Today's episode is one I've been looking forward to because we're talking about something that affects almost every older adult I meet: the slow, frustrating decline in nerve strength, the burning, tingling, numbness, stiffness, or instability that seems to creep in with age. And sitting beside me, as always, is someone who has devoted his life to helping the aging population maintain mobility and comfort: Japan's legendary physician, Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara. Doctor, I know you've seen thousands of seniors struggle with their nerves, their joints, their balance, and many of them have no idea that one missing nutrient may be playing a key role in their discomfort.
That is correct, David. Most people believe nerve damage is permanent, that it is simply something they must accept with age. But the truth is far more hopeful. The body you have today is not the body you must live with tomorrow. What many adults over 60 do not realize is that the nerves, especially the nerves in the feet, legs, and hands, depend on collagen for protection. Collagen forms the insulation around nerve fibers. It cushions the joints. It supports the tendons and ligaments that keep you steady when you walk. But collagen is built from one particular amino acid, a building block called glycine, and that is where the healing begins.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today: why seniors lose this essential nutrient, how it affects nerve health, and how simple, nourishing snacks can help restore what time has taken. Doctor, today you've prepared 8 meals and snacks that can be used strategically throughout the day to help rebuild collagen, and with it, nerve health.
Yes, these are foods older adults used to eat all the time. Foods that supported longevity, flexibility, and nerve strength for generations. But in modern diets, they disappeared, and with them, much of the stability and ease we once took for granted. We will bring them back today.
Doctor, before we get into the foods, I think this is an important place to start. Many seniors feel like their nerves and joints just wear out after 60, as if time alone is the cause. But you've told me many times that's not quite accurate. There are real biological reasons the body begins to struggle. So let's help our audience understand what's actually happening inside them.
Yes, David, aging does not damage the nerves and joints. Time combined with loss damages them. Loss of nutrients, loss of collagen, loss of circulation, loss of hormonal signaling, loss of repair capacity. Let us begin with the nerves. Nerves are like electrical wires. Each wire is surrounded by a protective sheath, a layer called the myelin sheath. This sheath is made largely of collagen-based proteins and specialized fats. When collagen breaks down faster than it is rebuilt, the insulation becomes thin, signals become weaker, they misfire. This is when people begin to feel burning, tingling, numbness, buzzing, sharp electric jolts, or that walking on sponge sensation. These are all signs that the nerve insulation is not protecting the nerve fiber properly. Now, let us look at the joints and tendons. Joints are cushioned by cartilage, and cartilage is almost entirely collagen. Tendons and ligaments are collagen. The soft tissue between bones is collagen. Even the discs in the spine rely on collagen for structure. So when collagen production decreases, which happens in every human after the age of 50, the cushioning begins to thin. It cannot absorb impact the same way. This leads to stiffness in the morning, difficulty rising from a chair, cracking sounds, reduced balance, greater risk of falls, knee or hip discomfort, slower walking speed. These are not random signs of getting old. They are the result of tissue losing the nutrients needed for renewal.
Doctor, what you're saying reminds me of something you mentioned to me off camera once. You said, aging is not the enemy. Lack of repair is the enemy. I think that's so important because it means people aren't doomed. Their bodies simply aren't getting what they need to maintain themselves.
Exactly. The body is always trying to repair. Even at 80 or 90 years old, the body still attempts to rebuild collagen, but it lacks the raw material. Imagine trying to repair a house without wood. The desire to fix it is there, but you cannot rebuild without the building blocks. And for collagen, the main building block is glycine. This is why many older adults begin to feel vulnerable in their mobility. It is not that the body is failing, it is that the supply of materials has been cut off.
And this brings us right to the next part of our conversation. Why glycine becomes so difficult for seniors to produce and absorb.
Yes, let us continue.
Doctor, you've made something very clear so far, that collagen is the foundation of nerve protection, joint cushioning, and overall mobility. But most seniors don't know why collagen begins to fall apart with age, or what role glycine plays inside the body. So I'd like us to slow this down, to really help everyone watching understand what glycine does, why it matters, and why its loss is such a turning point after 60.
Yes, David, to understand aging, you must understand collagen, and to understand collagen, you must understand glycine. Let us begin with collagen itself. Collagen is the most abundant protein in the human body. It forms the framework, the scaffolding, of almost every structure: the skin, the joints, the tendons, the ligaments, the cartilage pads, the gut lining, the blood vessels, and, importantly, the protective layers around the nerves. If you could see the body under a microscope, collagen would look like woven threads, a strong, flexible fabric that holds everything together. But collagen is not easy for the body to produce. It requires 3 specific amino acids: proline, hydroxyproline, glycine, which makes up about 1/3 of the collagen molecule. Without glycine, collagen cannot form. It is the key stitch that holds each strand together.
So glycine isn't just important for collagen. It's essential. It's the center of the structure.
Correct. Think of collagen as a rope. The rope is strong because the strands are tightly wound. Glycine is the thread that allows this rope to form in the first place. Without enough glycine, the body cannot twist or tighten the fibers. The rope becomes weak, frayed, and unable to hold tension. This is why glycine deficiency has such a profound effect on nerve insulation, joint shock absorption, tendon flexibility, muscle repair, balance, wound healing, circulation. It affects everything. Now, why do seniors become deficient? The answer is simple. The body loses the ability to make glycine at the same time collagen needs increase. After 60, the body's collagen turnover, the rate at which old collagen breaks down, increases. This happens because digestion weakens, hormone levels shift, inflammation rises, circulation declines, and oxidative stress increases. All of this damages collagen faster. Meanwhile, the body produces less glycine because enzyme activity slows, the liver becomes less efficient, protein digestion becomes weaker, appetite decreases. Seniors eat fewer collagen-rich foods than past generations. This creates a double challenge. Collagen breakdown speeds up, while collagen rebuilding slows down.
Doctor, that's a powerful image. The body trying to repair faster while receiving fewer materials to do the work. No wonder so many seniors begin to see changes all at once. The balance issues, the nerve sensitivity, the stiffness, the slower recovery, the aching hands or feet, the difficulty staying steady, the sudden fatigue.
Yes, David, these changes are not random. They are signs of a structural deficit. And there is another layer to this. Glycine is not only a structural amino acid, it is also a regulatory one. Glycine helps calm overactive nerves, lower inflammation, improve deep sleep, regulate immune function, support liver detoxification, stabilize blood sugar. This is why many seniors feel calmer, warmer, steadier, and more rested when they consume glycine-rich foods regularly.
So glycine is both the building block and the soothing signal.
Exactly. It supports both structure and function. This combination is rare in nutrition, and this is why when seniors restore glycine through food, they often notice improvements in sleep quality, nerve comfort, mobility, digestion, healing, and overall vitality. These changes are not imaginary, they are biochemical.
This is so important for people to hear, because when we get to the food sections, they'll understand that these aren't just healthy snacks. They're giving the body what it has been missing for years. Doctor, you've shown us how central glycine is, not only to collagen, not only to nerves, but to nearly every repair process in the aging body. But this brings us to a question many listeners are probably asking right now. If glycine is so important, why doesn't my body produce enough of it? Because most seniors believe their body is failing, when in truth, their body is simply running a deficit it cannot overcome. So, doctor, help us understand. Why do older adults lose glycine so quickly, and why can't the body keep up with the demand?
Yes, David. This is one of the most important questions in all of aging science. There are three main reasons seniors lose glycine faster. The body produces less. The body absorbs less. The body needs more. Let us examine each one carefully, because this is the key to understanding why nerve and joint issues become so common after 60. The body produces less glycine. After 60, the liver is the organ responsible for making glycine. When you are young, the liver produces enough to support normal collagen turnover, muscle repair, nerve protection, detoxification, immune function. But after 60, the enzyme pathways involved in glycine synthesis slow down, a natural effect of aging. This means less glycine is created, more glycine is used, and the body slips into chronic shortage. The liver simply cannot meet the demand. Reduced digestive strength means less absorption. Glycine-rich foods, such as collagen, bone broth, or connective tissue, require strong stomach acid to break down. But one of the first digestive changes with age is hypochlorhydria, a drop in stomach acid. Low stomach acid means protein is not digested fully. Collagen fibers remain intact. Amino acids are not released. Absorption is poor, and glycine never reaches the bloodstream. Many seniors take antacids or acid-blocking medications, which worsen this decline. So even if someone eats collagen-rich food, they may not absorb the glycine within it. Inflammation increases glycine demand. As the body ages, inflammation increases, often silently. This is called inflammaging. Inflammation increases the body's need for glycine because glycine lowers inflammatory cytokines, protects tissues from free radicals, helps detoxify byproducts of inflammation, calms overactive nerves. So seniors need more glycine than younger adults, yet their bodies produce less and absorb less. Collagen breaks down faster in the aging body. After 60, collagen begins to degrade from oxidative stress, blood sugar fluctuations, chronic stress hormones, weaker circulation, lower estrogen and testosterone, nutrient deficiencies. This increases the demand for collagen and therefore for glycine, but the supply cannot keep up. Think of an aging house. The paint cracks faster, the wood dries faster, the roof weathers faster. Unless you replace materials consistently, the structure weakens. The body is no different. Low protein intake becomes more common. Many seniors unintentionally decrease their protein intake. Common meals include toast, fruit, cereal, tea, crackers, soup without meat, small portions of poultry or fish, snacks instead of meals. These foods contain almost no glycine. Without protein, there are simply no amino acids available to rebuild collagen.
Doctor, listening to this, I'm realizing something important. Seniors are not losing glycine because they're unhealthy. They're losing glycine because aging increases demand while decreasing supply at the same time. It's a perfect storm.
Yes, David. And until this imbalance is corrected, nerve health cannot restore itself fully. But the encouraging part is this. Glycine is one of the easiest deficiencies to correct, and one of the fastest to produce results. When seniors restore glycine, they often notice improvements in nerve comfort, sleep quality, mobility, balance, warmth in the hands and feet, joint ease, faster healing. These changes can begin within weeks.
And that brings us perfectly to the next part of today's episode, how food-based glycine actually protects the nerves. If you're ready, Doctor, we'll continue.
Yes, let us go on.
Doctor, this is the part I find the most fascinating, because it shows how food can act like medicine. We often hear that glycine helps the nerves, but most people don't understand how. What does glycine actually do inside the body that makes such a difference for seniors dealing with burning, tingling, numbness, or instability?
Yes, David. To understand why glycine-rich foods are so effective, we must look closely at what happens at the level of the nerves themselves. Most people imagine the nerve as a single wire running through the body. But a nerve fiber is more like an electrical cable surrounded by layers of insulation. That insulation, called the myelin sheath, is partly made of collagen-based proteins. When collagen weakens, the insulation thins, signals escape, messages become distorted. This is what leads to burning sensation, tingling, pins and needles, numb patches, sudden shocks, weak grip, unstable feet, buzzing in the legs. These symptoms are not coming from the nerve alone. They are coming from the protective structures around the nerve breaking down. Glycine helps rebuild those structures in several key ways. Glycine supports the reconstruction of the myelin sheath. The myelin sheath cannot rebuild without collagen proteins, and collagen cannot form without glycine. When glycine enters the bloodstream, the body begins making new collagen fibers that wrap the nerves, protect the nerve endings, stabilize the messages traveling through them, reduce misfiring, soften the oversensitivity. This is why many seniors report that the burning or electric shocks begin to quiet down within weeks. The sheath becomes stronger. Glycine reduces chronic inflammation around the nerves. Nerve pain often comes from inflammation pressing on the nerve. Glycine reduces inflammatory molecules such as IL-6, TNF-alpha, free radicals. This gives the nerves relief, the same way taking weight off a bruised ankle allows it to heal. For seniors with neuropathy or nerve irritation, this anti-inflammatory effect can feel like turning down the volume knob on discomfort. Glycine improves sleep, and nerve repair happens during sleep. This is something very few people understand. Nerves repair themselves almost exclusively during deep sleep, but many seniors struggle with insomnia, waking at 3 a.m., restless legs, shallow sleep, nighttime anxiety, painful sensations at night. Glycine helps the brain enter deep, restorative sleep by lowering core body temperature, calming the nervous system, increasing slow-wave sleep, reducing nighttime cortisol. Better sleep equals better nerve repair. This is why nighttime glycine-rich snacks are especially powerful. Glycine helps the liver detoxify nerve-damaging compounds. The liver uses glycine to neutralize toxins and metabolic byproducts. When glycine is low, the liver struggles to keep up. Toxins that are not detoxified correctly can irritate nerves, increase inflammation, damage collagen, impair circulation. By supporting the liver, glycine indirectly protects nerves from biochemical stress. Glycine supports blood sugar stability. Blood sugar swings damage the nerves and break down collagen. This is why diabetics often develop neuropathy. Glycine helps stabilize blood sugar by slowing glucose absorption. This reduces nerve exposure to damaging glucose spikes. Better blood sugar equals stronger nerves.
Doctor, hearing this, I'm beginning to see how glycine works on multiple layers at once. It strengthens the nerves. It protects them. It calms them. It detoxifies their environment. It improves the sleep that repairs them. It's not one benefit. It's a network of benefits.
Yes, David, and this is why glycine-rich foods are so powerful. They support nerve health in ways that supplements alone often cannot. When glycine comes from food, it arrives in a way the body understands, accompanied by supportive minerals, proteins, and nutrients that work in harmony.
And now that our viewers know how glycine protects the nerves, I think they are ready for the most practical part of today's episode, the first snack. If you're ready, Doctor, let's begin with the very first one. Doctor, the very first snack you chose is one I've seen in so many of your clinics, so many of your recovery programs, and something you've told me is one of the most powerful healing foods a senior can add to their day. We're starting with bone broth. Before you explain why, let me just say this for our audience. This isn't just soup, not the way Dr. Hinohara uses it. You once described it to me as liquid collagen, and I never forgot that. Doctor, help everyone understand why bone broth is at the top of your list.
Yes, David. If there is one food I would give to every adult over 60, it is bone broth, prepared slowly with time and intention. Bone broth is unique because it contains collagen in its most absorbable form. When you simmer bones, tendons, cartilage, and connective tissue for hours, the heat breaks down those tissues and releases collagen peptides, glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, minerals such as magnesium, phosphorus, and calcium, natural gelatin. These are the exact materials the body needs to rebuild: nerve insulation, joint cartilage, tendons, ligaments, gut lining, skin, blood vessel walls. And because the collagen has already been partially broken down during cooking, the digestive system does not have to work hard to absorb it. This is especially important for older adults whose stomach acid and digestive strength are reduced. Why bone broth works so well for seniors? There are 4 reasons bone broth has profound effects on aging tissues. First, it restores glycine quickly. A single warm cup can contain 2 to 3 grams of glycine. This gives the body immediate material for collagen repair. Second, it soothes the gut. Many seniors have microscopic inflammation in their digestive tract. The gelatin in bone broth acts like a gentle sealant, protecting and soothing the lining. A healthy gut absorbs nutrients better, and better absorption means faster nerve repair. Third, it supports the immune system. Collagen-based amino acids help regulate immune activity, reducing chronic inflammation that damages nerves. Fourth, it enhances hydration. Older adults often struggle with hydration. Bone broth delivers both water and electrolytes in a form the body absorbs easily. Hydrated collagen is flexible collagen. This means less stiffness, less creaking, less nerve compression, more joint comfort.
And it's so easy to digest, Doctor. I've watched seniors who struggled with heavy meals or with protein sip bone broth like a warm tea, and within weeks they feel stronger, steadier, more comfortable. You once told me that bone broth is one of the only foods that repairs and calms at the same time.
Yes, because glycine does 2 things simultaneously. It rebuilds the tissues that protect the nerves, and it calms the nervous system directly. This is why many older adults experience fewer nighttime sensations, deeper sleep, less anxiety, reduced burning or tingling when they take bone broth in the evening. How to use bone broth as a daily snack for seniors? I recommend 1 warm cup in the late morning or 1 cup before bed. Sip slowly. Some add a pinch of sea salt, ginger, turmeric, or black pepper to enhance absorption and warmth. Consistency matters more than quantity. A cup every day is better than several cups once in a while.
Beautifully said, Doctor. And this sets the tone for all the snacks we're about to discuss. Let's move to the second one, a food that surprises many people with how collagen-rich it is. Doctor, this next one is something many seniors already enjoy, but they often throw away the most valuable part without realizing it. You've told me countless times that when it comes to glycine and collagen, salmon is excellent. But salmon with the skin is something entirely different. Help us understand why the skin is so important and why you chose this as the second healing snack.
Yes, David, skin on salmon is one of nature's most elegant combinations of protein, collagen, and essential fats. And yet, as you said, many people remove the skin not knowing they are discarding one of the most glycine-rich parts of the fish. Let us look more closely at why this matters. The collagen in salmon's skin. Salmon skin contains collagen fibers, natural gelatin, glycine, proline, omega-3 fatty acids, trace minerals. These nutrients form a repair package for the nerves, joints, and tendons. When salmon skin is gently cooked, grilled, baked, or pan-seared, the collagen becomes soft and absorbable. This makes it easy for older digestive systems to break down. One small portion of salmon skin can deliver a meaningful amount of glycine, enough to support daily collagen turnover. Why salmon skin is so beneficial for nerve health? There are 3 powerful reasons. First, the collagen is biologically similar to human connective tissue. Fish collagen is naturally lighter, meaning it digests easily and enters the bloodstream quickly. This is helpful for older adults with reduced stomach acid. Second, omega-3 fatty acids reduce inflammation around the nerves. Inflammation is one of the biggest triggers of nerve discomfort. Omega-3 fats calm inflammatory pathways and help restore nerve stability. Third, salmon skin supports circulation. Good circulation is essential for nerve recovery. Without blood flow, nutrients cannot reach damaged nerve endings.
One thing I've noticed, Doctor, is that people often think of salmon as healthy, but they don't realize how much of that benefit is actually in the skin. It's almost like the skin contains the part that repairs, and the meat contains the part that energizes.
Yes, that is a good way to put it. The meat provides protein and energy. The skin provides collagen, glycine, and anti-inflammatory fats. They work together beautifully. And because salmon skin supports both structure and inflammation control, it is especially helpful for neuropathy, burning sensations, stiffness in the ankles, poor circulation in the feet, weakened tendons, and nighttime discomfort. These improvements occur because the body is finally receiving what it has been missing. How to prepare salmon skin for maximum benefit. For seniors, I recommend simple methods. Bake the salmon with the skin facing down, then crisp it lightly at the end. Pan-sear on medium heat until the skin becomes firm. Grill it gently, avoiding burning. Cut cooked skin into small bite-sized pieces. Serve as a small snack, with a squeeze of lemon, with herbs, or added to a bowl of rice or vegetables. It is satisfying, nutrient-rich, and gentle on the stomach.
Doctor, I've watched people's faces change when they learn this, because it feels like such an easy fix. They don't have to take supplements. They don't have to buy anything complicated. They just have to eat the part they've been throwing away.
Yes, David, healing is often simple. It requires attention to what nature already provides. And this next snack continues that theme, another combination of glycine and nourishment that supports digestion and nerve repair beautifully.
Doctor, this next snack is surprisingly comforting, and I've noticed it's one that seniors warm up to very quickly. It's simple, gentle, and incredibly supportive of digestion, which is something many older adults struggle with. You call it the collagen yogurt blend, and in the PDF you gave me earlier, I remember how beautifully you explained why this combination works. Help our listeners understand why yogurt, when prepared the right way, becomes such a powerful nerve-supporting snack.
Yes, David. Yogurt is often thought of as a light food, but for seniors, it can be much more than that. It can be a delivery system for collagen, glycine, and beneficial bacteria that support the nervous system. The key is in the combination. When we blend plain yogurt with collagen peptides or a spoon of gelatin, we create a food that supports three major pillars of nerve health: collagen synthesis, digestion, and inflammation control. Let me explain each one. How yogurt supports nerve health. The gut and the nerves are deeply connected, more than many people realize. There is a constant communication between the digestive system and the nervous system through what we call the gut-nerve axis. Yogurt supports this communication in three ways. First, probiotics calm the gut and reduce inflammation. A calmer gut leads to calmer nerves. Second, yogurt helps regulate blood sugar. Stable blood sugar reduces collagen breakdown and protects nerve endings. Third, it is gentle and easy to digest. Many older adults have trouble digesting protein-rich meals, but yogurt requires very little digestive effort. This allows more energy and resources to go toward repair. How collagen enhances the yogurt blend. Adding collagen, peptides or gelatin transforms a simple bowl of yogurt into a therapeutic snack. Collagen provides glycine, proline, hydroxyproline. These amino acids enter the bloodstream rapidly because collagen peptides are pre-digested and easy to absorb. This means the body receives immediate support to rebuild nerve insulation, strengthen cartilage, ease tendon strain, reduce burning sensations, steady nighttime discomfort. And because glycine has a calming effect on the brain, this snack also helps promote relaxation, better mood, deeper sleep. This is why many seniors find this snack especially helpful in the afternoon or early evening.
Doctor, I remember you saying once that yogurt with collagen is like sending workers and building materials to the same job site at the same time.
Yes, David. That is exactly what happens. The probiotics in yogurt support the environment, and the collagen supplies the tools. Together, they help the body repair what has been weakened by time. This combination is especially helpful for seniors with slow digestion, bloating, nerve discomfort after meals, weak appetite, or trouble sleeping. Because the glycine enhances relaxation, many people feel calmer and steadier within an hour of eating it. How to prepare the collagen yogurt blend. For seniors, I recommend 1 small bowl of plain, unsweetened yogurt, 1 tablespoon of collagen peptides or gelatin, a small handful of ground flaxseed or chia seeds, optional, a drizzle of raw honey if sweetness is needed. Mix until smooth. Serve as an afternoon snack or a gentle after-dinner treat. The goal is not to feel full. The goal is to supply the body with calm, repair-focused nutrition.
It's simple, soothing, and deeply nourishing. Exactly the kind of snack older adults gravitate toward. And like the other foods on your list, this isn't complicated or expensive. It's a small daily ritual that supports long-term repair. Doctor, let's keep the momentum going. The next snack on your list is one that almost every senior already has in their home, but they've never thought of it as a tool for nerve health. Doctor, this next snack is something almost every senior is already familiar with, but they've likely never realized how powerful it can be when prepared in the right way. Oats. A simple bowl of oats turned into what you call a glycine oat bowl. This one surprised me when you first explained it, because I always thought of oats as just a breakfast food. But you see them as a tool for nerve repair when combined strategically. Help us understand why this snack is part of your top 8.
Yes, David. Oats are far more than a comfort food. They are a gentle, stabilizing base that allows glycine to work more effectively in the body. The key is not the oats alone, but the way we prepare them and what we add to them. Let me explain why oats support nerve and collagen repair. Oats have a unique set of properties that make them ideal for older adults. They stabilize blood sugar. This prevents the rapid glucose spikes that damage collagen and irritate nerves. They contain soluble fiber. This soothes the gut and improves nutrient absorption, essential for glycine uptake. They digest slowly. Seniors often struggle with energy drops. Oats provide steady fuel without overwhelming digestion. They create a calming effect. Warm, soft foods naturally relax the nervous system, preparing the body for repair. These qualities make oats the perfect carrier for glycine-rich additions. Enhancing oats with glycine-rich ingredients. To transform oats into a nerve-repairing snack, we add glycine in 2 ways. 1. Collagen peptides. A tablespoon stirred into warm oats dissolves easily and delivers amino acids directly to the bloodstream. 2. Gelatin powder. Gelatin creates a thicker, silkier texture and adds more glycine, proline, and hydroxyproline. These additions turn a simple bowl of oats into a collagen-rebuilding meal, a stable blood sugar food, a calming nervous system snack, a gentle digestive support. The combination is especially helpful for morning stiffness, afternoon fatigue, nighttime nerve discomfort, low appetite, irregular digestion.
I love how practical this is. You're not telling seniors to cook anything complicated. You're giving them foods they already know, but with a purpose behind every ingredient. And something you told me off camera really stuck with me. You said that seniors often lose their appetite, especially in the morning. And oats are one of the few foods they can almost always tolerate.
Yes, this is very important. Older adults frequently experience reduced stomach acid, slower digestion, early fullness, nausea on waking, decreased hunger signals. Heavy meals can overwhelm them, but warm, soft foods like oats digest easily. When glycine is added, the body receives the materials it needs without struggling to break them down. This ensures that the nerves receive nutrients, the joints receive collagen support, the gut remains calm, the blood sugar remains steady, all while the meal feels gentle and comforting. How to prepare the glycine oat bowl. For seniors, I recommend half a cup of cooked oats, a tablespoon of collagen peptides or gelatin, a small handful of walnuts or almonds, if tolerated, a teaspoon of raw honey or cinnamon, warm water or almond milk to soften the texture. This creates a nutrient-dense snack that can be enjoyed mid-morning, mid-afternoon, or in the evening for a calming effect. The warmth helps soothe the nerves, the glycine fuels repair, the fiber stabilizes the blood sugar, and the simplicity makes it easy to prepare daily.
Beautifully said, Doctor. And what I appreciate most is the consistency of your approach. Every snack is easy. Every snack is comforting. Every snack supports repair. And none of them require dramatic changes or expensive ingredients. Now, the next snack on your list is one that brings a bit of sweetness, but in a way that actually helps nerve repair, not harms it. Doctor, this next snack is one that really surprised me when I first heard it. A gelatin fruit cup, something most people associate with dessert or childhood. But in your approach, it becomes a therapeutic tool for nerve repair. What I love about this one is that it's light, refreshing, and suitable even for seniors who struggle with appetite. But there's also a deeper science behind it. The way gelatin delivers glycine and supports collagen restoration. Doctor, help our viewers understand why this snack earns a place on your top 8.
Yes, David. Gelatin is one of the most concentrated food sources of glycine available. When prepared correctly, it becomes a gentle, soothing, and highly absorbable collagen support for older adults. Let us look at why gelatin, combined with specific fruits, is such an effective tool for nerve and joint protection. Why gelatin is a powerful nerve-healing food. Gelatin is essentially cooked collagen. During the cooking process, collagen fibers break down into smaller components, making them easier for the body to absorb. Gelatin contains high levels of glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, natural peptides, minerals. These are the exact amino acids needed to rebuild nerve insulation, joint cartilage, tendon tissue, the gut lining, and the connective tissue around blood vessels. This makes gelatin uniquely suited for seniors whose bodies can no longer break down full collagen proteins easily. Why many seniors benefit from gelatin more than collagen peptides. This is an important point. Collagen peptides absorb very quickly. They are excellent for people with strong digestion, but many older adults have low stomach acid, reduced digestive enzymes, slower intestinal transit, weaker absorption capacity. Gelatin absorbs more slowly, which can be gentler on the digestive system. It coats the stomach lining, supports the gut, and offers a steady release of glycine. This makes it ideal for seniors who experience bloating, acid reflux, sensitivity to supplements, discomfort with high-protein foods. Gelatin nourishes without overwhelming. Why fruit matters, the right ones. Only not all fruits pair well with gelatin, but certain fruits create a synergistic effect. The best options for seniors are blueberries, high in antioxidants that protect nerves from oxidative stress, apples, cooked or softened, rich in quercetin, which supports mitochondrial health inside the nerves, soft pears, gentle on digestion, hydrating, and supportive for gut health, ripe peaches, soothing, naturally sweet, and easy to digest berries. Anti-inflammatory and blood sugar friendly. We avoid pineapple, mango, and kiwi because they contain enzymes that prevent gelatin from setting. The combination of gelatin plus antioxidant-rich fruit allows the body to repair collagen fibers while protecting nerves from damage.
Doctor, I've seen how much this snack resonates with seniors in your clinics. It's incredibly gentle. It's something they can enjoy even when appetite is low. And psychologically, it feels familiar, almost comforting. You once told me that healing foods should also feel good emotionally because the nervous system responds to comfort as much as to nutrients.
Yes, David. The nervous system relaxes with familiarity, and relaxation allows repair. This snack is ideal for seniors who cannot tolerate heavy meals, feel full quickly, struggle to digest meat, want something sweet without harming their nerves, need an evening snack that prepares them for sleep. Because glycine calms the brain, a gelatin fruit cup in the evening often leads to deeper sleep, fewer nighttime nerve sensations, a quieter mind, easier relaxation. This is why I often recommend it after dinner. How to prepare the gelatin fruit cup. For older adults, the preparation is simple. Dissolve plain gelatin in warm water, add mashed or finely chopped fruit, cool until set, serve in small bowls. Optional, add a teaspoon of honey or cinnamon. The flavor is gentle, the texture is soft, and the effect on nerve repair is meaningful.
Doctor, this fits beautifully with everything we've discussed so far. Foods that are gentle, comforting, and deeply restorative. And the next snack on your list continues this theme. A food many people overlook, yet it's one of the richest natural sources of collagen on Earth. Doctor, this next snack is one that almost nobody expects. And yet, in your clinics, it has produced some of the most noticeable improvements in seniors dealing with nerve discomfort, weak joints, or slow mobility. Chicken skin. Most people throw it away. Some fear it. But you've always said, chicken skin when prepared properly, is one of the richest collagen sources available to older adults. I'd love for our viewers to understand why this simple, everyday food can be such a powerful ally.
Yes, David. Chicken skin is one of the most concentrated natural sources of collagen that exists. It contains large amounts of glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, natural gelatin, healthy fats, minerals, connective tissue proteins. These nutrients form the foundation of nerve insulation, joint lubrication, tendon flexibility, and soft tissue repair. But because chicken skin has been misunderstood for decades, many seniors remove it, without realizing they are throwing away something deeply restorative. Why chicken skin is so helpful for nerve repair? There are several reasons why chicken skin is uniquely suited for older adults. First, it contains highly bioavailable collagen. Unlike tough cuts of meat, chicken skin collagen breaks down easily during cooking, making it simple for seniors with low stomach acid to absorb. Second, it provides glycine in meaningful amounts. Just a small piece contains enough glycine to support daily collagen turnover. Third, it reduces nerve irritation. Glycine from chicken skin helps calm overactive nerve signals, reducing burning and tingling. Fourth, it provides soft fats that cushion and protect nerves. These fats help stabilize cell membranes and reduce inflammation. How chicken skin supports joint and tendon health. Chicken skin contains connective tissue proteins very similar to those in human tendons and ligaments. When eaten, these proteins help the body restore joint lubrication, rebuild synovial lining, strengthen tendon sheaths, ease stiffness in the knees and ankles, improve hand mobility, support spinal discs. Many seniors report feeling more flexible, more stable, less creaky, and more confident walking when they include chicken skin regularly.
Doctor, what you just said reminds me of something I observed in your recovery programs. Seniors who couldn't tolerate heavy meats or who struggled with digestion often did extremely well with chicken skin, prepared gently, and the results were surprisingly fast. I remember people telling you they felt lighter on their feet within just a couple of weeks.
Yes, David, that is because chicken skin provides nourishment without strain. It delivers collagen in a soft, gentle way. Foods that are difficult to digest are not helpful for older adults, but foods that melt softly, like chicken skin that has been baked, crisped, or slow-cooked, allow the body to absorb nutrients without digestive effort. This is essential for seniors with acid reflux, slow digestion, poor appetite, or small meal capacity. Chicken skin is nutrient-dense yet easy to consume. How to prepare chicken skin crisp for maximum benefit. For seniors, the preparation is very simple. Remove the skin from cooked chicken thighs or drumsticks. Lay it flat on parchment paper. Bake or air fry at a gentle temperature until crisp. Season lightly with salt or herbs. The key is not to burn it. Burning damages collagen fibers. A light crisp is ideal. Serve as a small afternoon snack, a topper for soups or salads, or paired with rice or vegetables. Even a few pieces per week can support nerve and joint repair.
Doctor, what I love about this is the simplicity. You're not asking people to change everything they eat. You're helping them use the foods they already have in a smarter, more healing way. And now we're moving into a snack that brings together everything we've discussed so far: slow cooking, collagen extraction, and deep tissue nourishment. Doctor, this next snack is something you've used for decades in your rehabilitation programs, especially for older adults dealing with weakness, slow recovery, or ongoing nerve discomfort. You call it the slow-cooked meat bowl. And from what I've seen, it is one of the most restorative foods you recommend. I'd love for our viewers to understand why slow cooking, not grilling, not frying, is so important, and how this method turns an ordinary cut of meat into something deeply healing.
Yes, David, slow cooking is one of the oldest healing techniques in human history. Long before supplements existed, long before modern medicine, people used slow-cooked meats to support recovery, strengthen the body, and repair internal tissues. The reason is very simple. Slow cooking extracts collagen. When meat, bones, and connective tissue are cooked at low temperatures for several hours, the collagen in those tissues breaks down into gelatin, glycine, proline, hydroxyproline, minerals released from bone and cartilage. This creates a broth and meat combination that is easy to digest and incredibly rich in the building blocks of nerve and joint repair. It is the opposite of fast food. It is slow medicine. Why slow-cooked meat helps seniors repair faster. There are several reasons this type of cooking is ideal for older adults. First, the collagen becomes soft and absorbable. Tough cuts like beef shank, oxtail, chicken thighs, or turkey legs become tender. Older digestive systems can absorb far more nutrients from soft, slow-cooked meat than from pan-fried or grilled protein. Second, the broth becomes medicinal. During slow cooking, minerals such as magnesium and phosphorus drift into the liquid. This broth helps support hydration, nerve conduction, and tissue repair. Third, slow cooking reduces digestive burden. Seniors often struggle with high-protein meals. Slow-cooked meats digest more slowly and comfortably, allowing the body to absorb amino acids steadily. Fourth, it provides sustained glycine throughout the day. Unlike snacks that deliver glycine quickly, slow-cooked meats provide a long, gentle release. The ideal cuts for collagen extraction. I recommend cuts that naturally contain connective tissue, beef shank, oxtail, lamb neck, chicken thighs, chicken drumsticks, turkey legs, beef short ribs. These cuts are inexpensive, flavorful, and collagen-rich. When cooked for several hours, they release a healing broth and fall from the bone with tenderness, ideal for seniors who struggle with chewing or digestion.
Doctor, I remember something you said once. When a senior eats slow-cooked meat, they are feeding their joints, not just their stomach. That stayed with me because it explains why so many people, especially older adults, say they feel more supported or less tight after eating these meals for a few weeks.
Yes, David, these foods nourish the internal scaffolding of the body. When glycine and collagen peptides reach the bloodstream, they begin repairing the tissues that have been thinning for years, the padding in the knees, the insulation around nerve fibers, the ligaments that stabilize the ankles, the tendons that support the hands, the connective tissue around the spine. Many people feel their balance improve. Walking becomes smoother. Standing becomes easier. This is not imagination. It is the body being given what it needs. How to prepare the slow-cooked meat bowl. The preparation is simple. Add your chosen cuts to a pot or slow cooker. Add water, vegetables, and herbs. Cook on low heat for several hours. Serve the meat shredded with a bit of broth. Store the remaining broth for later snacks. For seniors, a small bowl is often enough. This is not meant to be heavy. It is meant to be nourishing.
Doctor, this snack beautifully fits into your philosophy. Simple foods, prepared with intention, that repair the body over time. And now, we're ready for the final food on your list. A nighttime snack that calms the mind, supports deep sleep, and gives the nerves their best chance to regenerate overnight. Doctor, this final snack on your list is one I've personally watched transform evenings for so many seniors. It's gentle, warm, and remarkably effective. You call it the Glycine evening drink. And you've always said that nighttime is when the real repair happens, if the body is given the right signals. Help our audience understand why this drink matters so much and why you consider it one of the most important steps for nerve healing.
Yes, David. If we think of the entire day as a preparation for repair, then the night is the moment when the repair actually occurs. The body rebuilds collagen, restores nerve insulation, calms inflammation, and detoxifies damaged cells during deep sleep. For seniors, achieving deep sleep becomes more difficult with age. This is where the Glycine evening drink becomes essential. Why Glycine is so effective at night. When taken in the evening, Glycine works in three powerful ways. It calms the brain. Glycine acts as an inhibitory neurotransmitter, meaning it helps quiet overactive nerves. It lowers core body temperature slightly. This signals the brain that it is time to enter deep, restorative sleep. It increases slow-wave sleep. Slow-wave sleep is the phase where nerve repair, collagen synthesis, and tissue restoration reach their peak. For seniors dealing with nighttime tingling, burning sensations, restless legs, waking frequently, anxiety, shallow sleep, Glycine can be transformative. The ideal nighttime Glycine sources. The evening drink can be made with a spoon of gelatin dissolved in warm water or herbal tea, slow release, soothing on the gut. Bone broth a classic option, warm, calming, rich in collagen and minerals. Glycine powder if digestion is weak, very clean, pure, and immediately active. Each option delivers Glycine in a form the body absorbs gently and effectively at night.
Doctor, I've watched seniors try this for just a week or two, and they come back saying their nights feel completely different. They're waking up with less stiffness. Their feet are calmer. Their balance feels more steady in the morning. It's amazing to see how fast the body responds when sleep improves.
Yes, David. Nerve repair is sleep-dependent. If sleep is shallow or disrupted, the nerves cannot rebuild properly, no matter how much nutrition we provide. This drink does not sedate the system. It supports the body's natural shift into deep rest. This is gentle medicine. Why this snack completes the healing cycle. Throughout the day, the body is gathering materials, collagen from chicken skin, Glycine from salmon, minerals from slow-cooked meats, antioxidants from fruit, probiotics from yogurt, stability from oats, hydration from broth. But at night, the body must weave all those materials together. The Glycine evening drink signals, it is time to repair. You have what you need. Begin rebuilding. This is why so many seniors report fewer nighttime nerve sensations, deeper sleep, easier mornings, improved mood, better mobility, and a sense of reset. It is not magic. It is biology supported in the right way.
And that brings us to the end of our 8 snacks, but not the end of the healing. Because now that everyone understands what to eat, the next question is just as important. How do you combine these snacks? How often should you eat them? And what changes can you expect as the weeks go by? If you're ready, Doctor, let's move into the next phase.
Yes, let us continue our journey.
Doctor, now that we've gone through all 8 snacks in detail, the next thing seniors watching at home will want to know is this. How do they put it all together? What does a day or a week actually look like when someone wants to rebuild collagen, restore nerve insulation, and support joint comfort? Because one of the things you always emphasize is that healing isn't about eating everything at once. It's about rhythm, timing, and consistency. So help us understand how these 8 snacks work together as a system.
Yes, David. Think of these 8 foods as tools. Each one supports repair in a specific way, but when arranged intelligently, they create a continuous flow of nourishment for the nerves and connective tissue. Let us break the day into 3 phases: preparing the body, supporting the body, repairing the body. Each phase uses different snacks. Morning, preparing the body. In the morning, the body is ready to absorb nutrients but is often low in digestive energy. The goal is to provide warmth, stability, and a gentle source of glycine. Ideal morning options: bone broth cup, glycine oat bowl, collagen yogurt blend. These foods prepare the gut, stabilize blood sugar, and begin supplying amino acids for collagen repair. Warmth is important. Older adults often wake with lower circulation and slower digestion. Warm foods help ignite the digestive fire and improve absorption throughout the day. Afternoon, supporting the body. The afternoon is the body's most active repair window. Circulation is stronger, digestive enzymes are higher, and the body can handle more substance. This is where we supply deeper collagen-rich foods: skin-on salmon bites, chicken skin crisp, slow-cooked meat bowl. These foods deliver glycine, proline, omega-3 fats, connective tissue proteins, minerals. They support strength and mobility. They help reduce afternoon stiffness. They fuel the body for walking chores and everyday life. Evening, repairing the body. Evening is when inflammation tends to rise and nerve discomfort often intensifies. The goal at night is to quiet the nervous system and prepare for sleep-driven repair. Best evening options: gelatin fruit cup, glycine evening drink. These snacks calm the mind, reduce nerve firing, and improve the depth of sleep, which is when the body rebuilds the myelin sheath around the nerves. Glycine taken at night is especially powerful. It works with the body's natural circadian rhythm to enhance collagen synthesis.
What I love about this is that it's not a strict diet. It's a gentle cycle. You're giving the body what it needs at the right time of day: warmth and stability in the morning, strength and substance in the afternoon, calm and repair in the evening. And none of this requires complicated cooking.
Yes, David. Healing is not about force, it is about rhythm. If a senior eats even 2 or 3 of these snacks consistently, the body will begin to accumulate the materials it needs to rebuild: nerve insulation, joint cartilage, tendon elasticity, connective tissue strength. The key is consistency, not perfection. Signs that the body is combining these snacks effectively. When seniors follow this rhythm for several weeks, they often begin to notice warmer hands or feet, less burning or tingling, improved balance, easier mornings, fewer nighttime sensations, deeper sleep, better digestion, increased flexibility. These are early signs that collagen is being restored, not just in one area, but throughout the body.
Doctor, this framework is incredibly empowering. For so many seniors, nerve problems and joint discomfort feel like a life sentence. But what you're showing them is that their body can repair if they support it consistently. And that leads perfectly into our next section. How long does it take to notice results? And what changes can seniors expect along the way? Doctor, this might be one of the most important questions our viewers have. How long does it actually take to feel a difference? Because when someone has been struggling with nerve pain, burning, tingling, stiffness, or balance problems for months, sometimes years, it can be hard to believe that food alone can shift things. But you've seen patterns over decades, and you've watched hundreds of seniors rebuild strength and comfort by supporting their collagen and nerve health. So help us understand the timeline. What changes come first? Which ones take longer? And how the body gradually rebuilds?
Yes, David. Healing does not happen all at once. It happens in layers. Each layer brings new improvement, new comfort, and new possibility. There are 4 stages most seniors move through when they begin supporting their body with collagen-rich snacks. The first 3 to 7 days, early internal shifts. During the first week, changes are subtle but encouraging. Many seniors report warmer hands and feet, fewer nighttime nerve flickers, slightly smoother digestion, less afternoon fatigue, reduced cravings. These early improvements are signs that inflammation is calming and circulation is improving. The body is preparing itself. Weeks 2 to 4. Noticeable improvements. This is when most people begin to feel the difference in their daily life. Common changes include reduced burning or tingling, easier mornings, fewer sudden electric nerve sensations, better balance, less stiffness rising from a chair, deeper, calmer sleep at night. This happens as glycine levels in the bloodstream stabilize and collagen repair begins at the cellular level. This is the rebuilding stage. Months 2 to 3. Structural strength comes back. By this point, the body has been given a steady supply of collagen, glycine, proline, omega-3 fats, minerals, antioxidants. Now the deeper structures begin to strengthen: knee cartilage, tendons in the feet, connective tissue around the spine, the myelin sheath protecting the nerves. Seniors often say, "My balance feels safer. My feet aren't buzzing like before. I can walk longer without discomfort. I feel more stable overall." These are signs of structural stability. Months 3 to 6. Full repair, momentum. This is where long-term transformation takes place. Nerve insulation is thicker, joint padding is replenishing, inflammation is consistently lower, sleep is restorative, energy is steadier. This is where many seniors realize, "I feel like myself again." The body is not only repairing, it is maintaining.
Doctor, this timeline is incredibly hopeful because for so many people, nerve discomfort feels like something that only gets worse with time. But what you're showing them is that the body can recover if we give it the right materials and the right rhythm. And that brings us to something equally important. Who should not follow this approach? Are there any precautions, any medical conditions we need to keep in mind? If you're ready, we can move forward to the final guidance.
Yes, David, let us give people the clarity they need to move safely.
Doctor, before we wrap up, I think this next part is absolutely essential. Anytime we talk about healing foods or supplements, especially for seniors, we must be clear about who should be cautious and when medical guidance is necessary. You've always emphasized safety above everything else. So let's walk our viewers through it. Who needs to be careful? And what situations call for professional supervision?
Yes, David, this is very important. Food can be healing, but every individual has a unique medical history, medications, and sensitivities. When we use collagen-rich foods to support nerves and joints, most people do very well, but there are specific groups who must be mindful. Let us walk through them clearly and calmly. People with kidney disease or reduced kidney function, collagen-rich foods are protein-rich, and while they support repair, they also require the kidneys to process amino acids. Seniors with chronic kidney disease, reduced kidney filtration, a history of kidney stones, high creatinine levels should not dramatically increase collagen intake without medical supervision. A physician or nephrologist must approve the dietary changes. People with severe digestive disorders. Some conditions make it difficult to handle collagen, gelatin, or high-protein foods. Chronic gastritis, pancreatic insufficiency, severe IBS, inflammatory bowel disease flare-ups, GERD with frequent reflux. For these individuals, collagen-rich foods should be introduced slowly and gently, starting with broths rather than solid meats. If discomfort occurs, they should pause and reassess. Seniors. Taking certain medications. There are a few medication categories that require caution. Blood thinners. Large changes in protein intake can affect medication consistency. Diuretics. Some foods, like bone broth, are mineral-rich and may affect electrolyte balance. Blood pressure medications. High-sodium preparations, if broth is salted, may interfere with blood pressure control. Diabetes medications, improved insulin sensitivity from gelatin or glycine, may alter blood sugar readings. Anyone on prescription medications should introduce these snacks gradually and monitor how they feel. Allergies and food sensitivities. If someone has fish allergies, poultry allergies, gelatin allergies, histamine sensitivity, they must modify the snacks accordingly. Histamine sensitivity in particular is important because slow-cooked foods and broths can be high in histamine. People with difficulty chewing or swallowing. Some seniors struggle with solid meats or crisp textures. In that case, broth, gelatin snacks, yogurt blends, fruit cups are safer and more accessible options. Safety always comes first.
Doctor, I appreciate how thoughtful and careful you are with these recommendations. Your approach is always support the body, but respect its limits. This clarity really helps our audience, because now they know exactly who should move slowly, who needs medical guidance, and how to adapt each snack safely. And that brings us to our final part of the episode, a summary that brings everything together. Doctor, after everything we've covered, the healing foods, the timing, the science, the safety, I think what seniors appreciate most is your gentleness. You never say, do everything. You always say, start where you are. Begin with what feels possible. So, as we close today's episode, what would you like to leave our audience with?
David, when we reach our later years, we discover something profound. The body still wants to heal. Even after decades of wear, stress, and discomfort, the body is always trying to repair itself. But healing, especially nerve and collagen repair, does not happen through force. It happens through nourishment, patience, rhythm. The 8 snacks we discussed today are not a diet and not a prescription. They are ingredients for repair, gentle tools your body can use quietly, day after day, to rebuild what time has thinned. And I want seniors to remember 3 things. First, your body is still capable. The nerves can regrow their protective coating. The joints can regain cushion. Your sleep can deepen. Your balance can return. Second, small changes matter. 1 bowl of warm oats with glycine, 1 slow-cooked meal a week, 1 cup of broth, 1 evening drink. Each of these steps becomes a thread, and when enough threads are woven, strength returns. Third, healing follows consistency, not intensity. You do not need perfection. You need a gentle routine that your body can trust. If you give the body the right materials, it knows exactly what to do.
Beautifully said, Doctor. And for those of you watching at home, we'd love to hear from you. Which of these 8 snacks are you most excited to try? Have you used collagen-rich foods before? What changes have you noticed in your nerves, sleep, or joints? Let us know in the comments. Your experience might help another senior who feels alone in their journey. And if today's episode brought you hope or clarity, consider subscribing to Senior Health Academy. This channel exists for one reason: to help older adults feel strong, confident, and capable, no matter their age. Until next time, take good care of yourself. Your body is listening.